It has been gotten the first and only everything scientific theory, the universal creation. Without a doubt that the more ambitious dream of all more evolved conscious living being, and specifically human, above all objective of material improvement, it is to know the most possible about the existence, like it is her true qualitative totalitarian conformation, the real effective and objective personal characteristics, and the never before for anybody well-conceived origin of the universe, and consequent more complete evolution in all matter astronomical general concept. Because as having known, and reiterated is the fact that in spite of the terrestrial human species and more recognized science have gotten an extraordinary conscious ideological development, until now, for anybody it has been possible to get that some theoretical thesis of all creation was not even exposed. Although they have already been possible to know infinite of concepts, like it is for basic example, the luminous area that the universal origin was initiated product with a great cosmic explosion, that is the well-known Big Bang. Although, however, neither has been possible explicitly to define from where and why existential relative causes it took place, nor either the specific quality of such an original totalitarian product, as even its specific effective and objective characteristics, and what it was that later also continued happening with it. Because although it is already known that exist the norms called galaxies, male stars, female stars, planets, satellites, quasars, pulsars, hazy conformation of fine acquaintance cosmic power, black holes, as even of the controversial mysterious black matter and negative energy, etc., neither there it has been able of well to define the origin like the real effective and objective characteristics of everything and each particular element, integrity of body, as what it is with the form that really has the universal body and planetary systems, because out of the first, only it is known and it believes that it is infinite, as the same as the systems, planets, satellites, etc., neither where it is known how they conform it to, and why reasonable causes that have to be logically natural in very relative similarity to the live being. And that it is what for rejoicing overall of the enthusiast found initiate, advanced and professional lovers of the astronomical science, like for all beings that it always interest him and wanted to know in a more concrete and simpler way this time, it is informed that this world ignored much more and in matter legitimate knowledge is already conceived and prepared in this unusual literal and graph incredible work, even in video, that has already been possible to get with graphs that up to now have been possible to notice and capture with extraordinary exploration made by the astronomical terrestrial science, for better to verify it with simple literal theoretical concepts of logical coincidence with the most natural scientific relative common sense, that joined to the complementary graph, it would be easily comprehensible and of absolute conviction, even for anything that at least it possesses the most normal common sense, because for those more in this educationally well prepared, although with incredible surprise, by well to know that everything is relatively similar, it will be even easier conceivable and immediately with not any doubt convincing. For this way such knowledge to come to be constituted for anyone that well it understands and assimilates, which valuable counsel well powered, whose benefit is even ignored. Because it must and it should be known that in the existing and universal life, for any being the knowledge is the most valuable of everything, while most superior and truly certain be it. Since this is ignored that in fact it is essential energetic positive power, of which is even made to who we have limitedly considered by God, that while more it is possible to own, better it contributes to the being's better effective general stability, so much in their own integral health, to provide bigger conscious and practical capacity for their best objective acting in any applied concept, what is explained to it, because when being means organic and conscious and energetic positive power, it is constituted in reactivation power, so that the being's immune system be capable of better self to operate and always to be conserved of interior organic and conscious forms healthy. For the same, more capable to be in all objective, practical, and certainly ideological conscious attitude, but inclusive like it is for incredibly to serve as incomprehensibly personal protection against all negative existential relative traits, for likewise to be constituted in the assistance body bigger spiritual proportion, whose ferro aura, external surrounding, it is what is constituted as essential armor, capable of, for that reason, incredibly to protect the being against all relative existential threat. Being for that reason now more than ever, very indispensable to acquire it, and to be very consciously about the best concept to assimilate, since David said to know that in a very near future, for the known one fact that our planet will suffer an extraordinary effective process of necessary transformative purification, whose wide information is also contained in the work, and about whose ignorant humanity will even suffer the catalytic and temporary consequences of it. Although, however, and for very fatal that means, with the necessary knowledge of this, and what is really the alive being, and its known living possibilities of post-mortal existence, better valorously we will be able to face and to assimilate without so much fear neither affliction. And for whose public consultation and acquisition, next is exposed the connection links so much of the work, and even own author, who soon newly expects to supply to the world with other interesting videos, developers of the never neither for anybody gotten, the God's existence scientific test, as well as the terrible truth of the global hidden, etc.